Good morning, everybody, again, who joined us later when we were starting. But please go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, so before we dive into the meat and potatoes of our meeting, we just want to give a few office updates, so Royal Page updates as well as our office updates. So we want to remind everyone that we do have training every Tuesday, and you can see the topics here. We're talking about generating leads and managing your database, but also we get into a little bit more than that. We really want to make sure that everyone's pillars are up and running so that we're getting leads from every corner of our business, right? So from referrals to going out and meeting people to yes, using your database to generate online leads. So this is what we cover on every Tuesday at 11. We do encourage you to come into the office. If for some reason you can't, we will be running this also on Zoom. Again, every Tuesday at 11, same link you used to come to the office meeting today, you use that same link to attend the meeting. But again, encourage you to come into the office because it's very hands-on. We don't want to move to the next thing if you're stuck, right? So this is why it's great to come into the office. If you're having issues, you can't get something up and running, we will go one by one with you and try to get you up and running so that everyone's on the same level and everyone's generating leads for their business. And we also, on top of that, we offer every Thursday at 6 p.m. in the office an hour with the broker. So you can learn from Asger. You can come with your issues that you're having within your business, and it's not just Asger answer this. We can have a group discussion. It's like a group mentality. You bring your questions, your issues, and even ideas, and share them within the group, and together we can come up with the solutions to move forward. And maybe your question is something somebody had the question for before and they just didn't have the courage to ask the question. Everyone learns, everyone can move forward, and that's really why we're doing these two sessions, and they're very different sessions, is that we can all learn from each other and move forward and keep growing our business together, right? It's a big support system together. Okay, so over and above what we do at the office, Royal LePage also has some great training that they offer in webinar format. So what they're offering this month is learning about the artificial intelligence that's in your system, in your CRM, and worked into your website. Instead of us trying to follow up and remember what to do and what our clients like, let the AI or the artificial intelligence in your system work for you and keep your clients and your prospects warm until there's a point where you take over. So this thing tracks everything. It'll remind you what to do. It'll do follow-ups with your clients. So it's a very important session to learn from. Again, Royal LePage spent a lot of money to come up with the system, and they're always adding to this system. So we do encourage you to sign up for this. If you're taking notes and, oh my God, I couldn't remember everything they said because they gave us so much information, don't worry. They send you a link after the meeting, and you can review the whole session at your leisure, and you can stop, pause, take the notes, even have it running, pause it, and then try to do whatever they're saying in your own system. So this is what Royal LePage is offering us this month. So you have two more opportunities this month on the 18th and the 31st. And how do you sign up for that? So either you get a link in your email, which I think they sent again earlier this week, or you can go on RLP Network under the training tab and then webinar training. Okay. Is there anything you want to say about what's going on with the CRM and the system and how we should be using it?
Well, we're doing every Tuesday in the morning. You're training from basic again from I think last couple of weeks you started.
Yeah.
So the ones you are attending, you know exactly where you have reached, and you also know how it will benefit to your business. But let me remind you, we will talk a little bit later about the numbers in the market where it's going. But the time has or is coming that it will be important that you have knowledge and you have expertise, and that will actually produce more transactions. Or most important is the tools. So if you have the right knowledge, right skills, and right tools, which will equal to more transaction, and transaction will equal to more dollars. So that time is shifting in real estate a little bit. I don't know for how long, but whatever months we are going to face this slowdown in the market, these things will come very handy if you learn from your CRM and your website. Like you have to work a little bit harder now to earn more transactions. So it's vital. It wasn't that important right before you put the house in the market and it's sold, or if you're showing to your clients and you pay the most amount of dollars, you will purchase the property. It's no longer going to be like that. If you have a listing, you have to learn all the skills to sell the listings, and you have to use all the tools to sell those listings. Same thing is when you're working with the buyers, you have to know how to negotiate, how to get the best price for them. So the both ways the training becomes vital at this point, and we were always there to train every one of us. Most of us are very well trained. I get compliment from other agents, outside agents. So we have really advanced tool. Let's use them. Get trained with Justin on them, especially on CRM, and let's do make more money when other people are struggling when the time is coming.
Thanks, Oscar.
Okay.
So that's it for a training piece. But what we are doing is it's springtime, right? So I think most of our social media is ready for a refresh. And if we don't know how to refresh our social media, what banners to use, like for our Facebook and everything, LePage does have some help for us, and they create some nice banners and some nice content for us to share. So I do encourage us to go to RLP Network, and under the marketing tab, they do have social media covers, they have social media posts, and we can repurpose them for our own. So we're not always having to think, what should I do? What should I post? There is some ideas here that at least you can have maybe one post a month, that's LePage related, and then that'll at least get you started and get your social media refreshed. So encourage us again, go to RLP Network under the marketing tab and see what LePage has for us and for us to repurpose. Okay, and then again, spring, it's time for rebirth, refresh. So let's do that. Going along with the spring theme, uh, golf season's open. I don't know how many of us golf, but we could go out and golf and have our Royal LePage logo on our T-shirt or our vest. We could have a golf umbrella or whatever. So why not have that stuff branded and get it for a very low cost? So Royal LePage is running a promotion right now on everything you could think of that is golf related, and it's not just for us. I mean, you could think of this as gifts for your clients. So I again encourage us to go to RLP Network under the red market, and we can see what's on sale right now and benefit from that. And anything that we're wearing, we're wearing our logo out there. Okay, so that's really a quick update of what's going on with Royal LePage. Oh, you saying something?
Well, I was saying you were talking so much about golf. I don't know if Cheryl is online or not, but Cheryl was trying to set up a post-COVID era celebration get together at the venue was chosen. It was Cedar Brae Golf Course, but the date and the timings are not there. But we want to see each other face to face after 3 years. The provincial government have lifted all the restrictions away, so it's safe to meet face to face, and we are trying to put together a get together at Cedar Bay Golf. If Cheryl is online, she can talk about it a little bit more. If not, if you're not prepared to talk about it, I jumped in. Then we will let everybody know when and what time. Please take some time off, even if you are part time in business. Arrange a couple of hours to meet your colleagues and have fun. It's only for fun. It's nothing. Just get together, come there, enjoy the beautiful golf course. It's really nice, and have fun for a couple of hours, and then we go back to our work.
Great. Awesome. Thanks for bringing that up, Asgar. So again, that kind of concludes our office and Royal LePage updates. So let's start to get into the meat and potatoes of what we're here for, and let's have a market discussion of what's going on in the market. So as we can see, Asgar, as we can see here, um, these are the numbers for April. We
Okay, I can see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, what a drop! So anybody is welcome to share their opinions about the market. But as you can see in the numbers, it's a significantly drop from last April to this April. Last April, we sold more than 13,000 properties, and this April is only 8,000. So people just stop buying. If you look at the price, we're still up 15% compared to last April. So last April, average home price was $1,090, and this April just gone by, it still is 1.254. So prices are still higher than last year. So it's not a disaster. It's not a it's just going down from here onward. No, it will be stabilized a little bit. Prices will take a dip a little bit from January till now. We make a significant price increase, so we will have some playroom in that price area. So it's still not affecting last year prices, as you can see. But you are welcome. You can unmute your microphones and come in and share with us what you're facing, and we will discuss. If you have problems, we will answer. If just the opinion need to be shared, please come on and let's chat for a few minutes.
Oh.
Why is everybody so quiet?
Mr. Lawton.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Anybody?
I'm driving and participating in this meeting. I'm pulling over in a second. I was told it's very important.
Okay, I'll wait until you pull over, and then we'll hear you. But any of you, Sohail, Mahmood, Fawad, Andrea, just come and say what you're facing in the market. What do you think? Which way is going? Share your opinion. So we will learn from your opinion, and maybe we know a little bit here and there, and we'll share with you, and which will benefit you guys.
Yeah, I can add a few things.
Sure.
Been showing in Durham and Peel and York region, and the last couple of weeks, the inventory is there. Like inventory is really going up compared to last year and the last few months, actually January, February. But this is the price. I've seen like the price is dropping definitely. Like I mean, I know a lot of people are asking. In fact, a lot of agents are wondering if the prices are dropping. You should, like, the agents should know firsthand, like, where the prices are heading. Like, you have to know. I know this particular graphic is like, the image shows like from last year comparable. But if you look at month to month, the prices have been consistently dropping for the last 2 months. But this also is not, people look at it as a negative way, but this is an opportunity for buyers to get in. Those agents who are struggling with buyers, this is an opportunity for them to get in. And definitely this is more like, getting towards the traditional market where the properties would sell. So, but I'm seeing like agents are struggling with different prices, like they're listing few $100,000 below, like they did in January, February, but that's not working. So some properties are selling, they're getting offers, but some of them, or I would say a big number of them are, being listed at or a bit above market value. So that's what is happening now. But definitely this is a good opportunity for buyers to get in.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's an opportunity for us to take those buyers out there who couldn't buy before.
That's true. Yeah.
My experience outside Toronto has been that every second property which is listed for multiple is getting multiple offers.
Outside Toronto means
outside Burlington, Guelph, Paris.
What's the price point? Below million?
7 to 800,000.
Yeah, so I think that's the key, right? There are a lot of investors and a lot of buyers who are priced out of GTA. They are going out as well. So the below $1 million price point is definitely busy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, a couple of weeks ago, even Peterborough were having multiple offers like crazy.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago. I don't know. Well, I know today, but we'll share it later. Anybody else?
All right, I'm parked up here now. Good morning, everyone. So here's what I'm seeing lately in the market. I've put together a few offers in the last few weeks. Number one on offer night, I'm noticing there are multiple offers, but not.
Justin?
I think that was Ricky.
I thought that was me. I thought I lost all of you.
No, I think that was Ricky. I think he might be on the move, so he's probably going from his cell phone to Wi-Fi.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can hear you now, man.
All right, let me take off Wi-Fi anyways, so that doesn't happen again. So yeah, so I was saying, a multiple offer situation 2 nights ago, 2 offers, both offers rejected. They were looking for over asking. Personally, my opinion is I think the next 12 to 24 months we're going to see prices coming down. Several factors. The federal government, they've implemented rules and restrictions on foreign buyers to cool down the market. They've been talking about housing affordability for the last 6 months. It's been a huge just topic. Even in our provincial election coming up in a few weeks, same factor. How can we get more inventory and housing affordability? So for them, for everybody as realtors, we have to absorb the fact that prices went up way too fast, too quickly during the COVID pandemic. We had a housing shortage, yeah, but I feel that we had a housing shortage due to the fact that a lot of people did not want to sell their homes during the pandemic regardless. A lot of individuals that might have had to have sold, for example, maybe income had dropped, their business or employment was affected by COVID. Essentially, the government was assisting them with mortgage deferrals, stimulus, and as we know, that's all out the window now. So I think regardless in the next 6 months, we're going to see a lot more inventory hitting the market. People saying, hey, we bought a house in Bowmanville. Gas prices are twice as much. We need to go back to the city. So I feel regardless, and it's natural in our industry, it doesn't go up forever. I've been practicing for 19 years and I've seen it go up and down. It's not going to go up forever. So in the next 12 to 24 months, it's going to be some good opportunities for buyers. Definitely. Definitely, there'll be some good opportunities. I feel that we are going to probably see a 15% correction. A lot of the COVID and values that we saw got propped up. It's going to be erased because we do have a steady increase of usually 5 to 10%, usually above the rate of inflation when it comes to Toronto real estate values. But I do feel that we in the last 2 years, we've seen 20-25% increases in some neighborhoods and demographics, and it's time for it's time for it to slow down a bit for the next 12 to 24 months. And I think from the government's level, they wanted it to correct too. So I think it's just naturally we're going to be faced with it. I think as agents, there's no reason to hit the panic button, but we have to adjust the way we're pricing properties. Prime example, multiple offers listed at the actual current market value. So if properties were selling in an area that they're at $1 million, listed at $1 million. Don't list it at $799 because you're only shooting yourself in the foot and potentially wasting a week or two of marketing. List it at $999 if that's what it's worth. If you get multiple offers, 2 or 3, great. You'll probably sell for $1,050,000 maybe. You might sell a few dollars extra. And if you don't get multiple offers, you're not setting your clients up for disappointment or failure. They may get a price, they may get a little bit less, and you just show them market activity why they should potentially take that lesser offer. That's just my honest opinion.
No, thank you. Honestly, no, it's a good good analogy you did share, and we all agreeing with you. Hopefully, anybody else want to say something?
From my experience, last couple weeks or so, or let's say a month, what I'm seeing around that, definitely price has gone down from January, February, which were bungalows in Toronto were selling like, let's say 1.45 range, 1450 range. Those are now selling 1250 range. Still there are, multiple offers. Not maybe 20, 25, but 3, 4. And people who are like thinking that they will not be able to buy, they have some hope now. And if we have buyers, yeah, definitely we have to try, because I lost on 1 or 2 properties just thinking that it will not be worth sending our offer. But later we found that we could get that place within our budget. So yeah, it should try if you are looking for. Thank you.
So, no problem. Thank you, Suhail. What Justin did, he went one step ahead and he did the market stats until yesterday. So, but he break it down in different areas like Toronto and Markham, Richmond Hill, Oshawa. And as you can see, in Toronto, average price was still in +9, but it's not really +9. It dropped from somewhere and it left only +9. So, and the sales dropped significantly, 20%, 19% only in Toronto, Metro Toronto area. So, and then when we looked at it, Richmond Hill, Markham average price. See, remember Toronto was 9% positive. Markham got more hit. It's got only 3.4%, but drop in number of sales was 32.5%, like bigger than Toronto. And then we went to Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill, less than Markham in average price got hit, but 24.2% in number of sales were down. So all these okay, but the old theory always works. When you are in suburbs, you're gonna get hit faster and harder than in the city. So you can see in Oshawa in last 15 days, not 15, but today's 12. What date of May today?
Today's the 11th.
So 11 days in May and the rest of 20 days of April, this making this average. So the May numbers will be significantly different than we are looking on the screen now. But look at the Oshawa. Average sale dropped by 4% from last April. And average number of units sold was more than Markham and Richmond Hill, but it's still in negative 11.8 or 12%. So it's an opportunity for our industry, for us. We were struggling for a very long time, taking our buyers to buy these properties, and we did not require any knowledge in real estate. We did not require any skills, and our tools were getting rust because whoever pays the most money will get the property. Now there are opportunities. Go take the same buyers who could not buy last month when you had 6 of them with you, and sharpens your tools and buy for them on the affordable prices they were looking for, as Suhail did just the last week. So that's just 2 words. I think is getting too long. And real estate industry is ever changing. The new rules are changing. New things are coming, and we have to keep update ourselves. So we do have somebody who will shed lights on it, but I'll wait until Justin introduce.
Yes.
Next one.
So we were introduced to our new friend last month, Nabil Nakvi, who is our in-house lawyer. So I would like to invite this knowledgeable friend of ours to talk about the new rules. So I think Ricky hit on it a little bit, what the government's doing with new rules and regulations when it comes to foreign buyers. So
yes, thank you very much again, guys, for having me and for the wonderful introduction. And yeah, a lot of great discussion already around what's happening these days in our industry, and we hope to continue that discussion as well here. So I'm just going to share. No, sorry.
Oh no, just see the slideshow. You can see at the top you have animations and then slideshow, Nabil.
Animations here.
No, up right at the top.
Right
See
at the
slideshow? You're almost
slideshow.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Play from start.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's why you get paid the big bucks. So wait. If I do this, Justin, can they still see my PowerPoint? You guys can still see the PowerPoint?
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Okay, great. Just so I can look at my notes and stuff while you guys can see that. So yeah, so basically what Ricky said was very accurate. I mean, it's election time in Ontario. It will be election time in a couple of years at the federal level. And, you know, with the government, the Liberals and the NDP kind of coming together, a lot of this budget 2022, in my opinion, is a lot of political posturing, right? So, and you know, a lot of the impacts that we see on the real estate market today, in my opinion, has a lot to do with this political posturing, with what we see in the media, what people talk about, and the narratives that are going around in the market. So, obviously, the number of sales are going down and prices are affected, but I believe that's a large part to do with psychological factors. So that's a separate discussion for a separate day. Today, I've been tasked to run through the highlights of the budget that the federal government is proposing to implement, that are going to impact the housing market. So, what the Liberal government, the kind of their perspective on this is that they're trying to make housing more affordable in Canada, not just Ontario and in the GTA where we live, but all over Canada. They're saying that this is a huge problem, housing affordability, and that's in general. Specifically, they're targeting the supply issue and basically saying that this is the supply issue. So if we just invest more in construction and building more homes, then this will be okay by 2031 or whatever their predicted plan was. So we'll discuss all these things at the end. So let me just run through what's going on here. So again, these measures are implemented to make housing more affordable. But one of the things that they want to introduce is a home buyer's bill of rights. And what this kind of is again, it's a lot of feel good stuff, a lot of kind of political posturing, a lot of psychological stuff. But Some of the things that they want to include is home inspection, so a legal right to a home inspection. So regardless of whatever situation the buyers and sellers find themselves in, there's going to be an opportunity for a home inspection to occur at some point. Transparency on sale price history is something that they've mentioned, and an end to blind bidding in Canada. So, submitting offers to sellers where sellers can opt not to disclose the details of the other bids. So, yeah, we talk about that. We're gonna talk about all this at the end, whether or not you guys think that this would actually affect have the effect that that the government wants it to have. Some other measures are ban on foreign investments. So a lot of the foreigners are being targeted, saying that this is a problem apparently. Although personally speaking, we don't have many of these type of transactions in any given year, but there might be other lawyers who do a lot more of these type of transactions. But basically, they want to propose a 2-year, ban on any type of foreign enterprise or people who are not Canadian citizens or permanent residents from acquiring residential property in Canada. And obviously, there's some exemptions for refugees and work permits and students and things like that. Then property flipping. They want to target supply, but they also want to target speculators. So those of your clients who buy a lot of properties and flip them, or perhaps they're buying pre-construction properties for assignments to flip them later on down the road, which we will get to later on in the presentation. The government wants to impose a ban on that. So what they're saying on that is any individual selling a property that has been held for less than 12 months would be deemed to be flipping that property and would be subject to full taxation on any profits as business income. So that would be, in my opinion, it's a significant measure, and I think it would have the effect of slowing down flipping, if not curbing it. Taxing assignment sales, which we'll get to later on. And then there's also a lot of other feel good benefits and stuff for your first time home buyers. So there's a new tax free first home savings account where people can contribute up to $40,000 and withdraw money from there without having to be taxed. First time home buyers tax credit will be increased from 5,000 to 10,000. So these are the type of things. And then of course housing supply. So they want to build, 3.5 million new homes, and they want to invest, $4 billion over 5 years to create a new housing accelerator fund. And this fund will basically help municipalities and different cities to build more houses and perhaps get through the red tape of zoning and applying to get those permits. Okay. So yeah, I think I touched on everything there. So yeah, this is when it comes to the taxing of the flipping. This is kind of a quote that I found that I believe it was someone from the Liberal government had said that homes should be for people to live in, not commodities to be traded and profited upon by housing speculators. So I thought that was an interesting quote. Speculative trading in Canadian housing market contributes to higher prices for Canadians, and basically saying, targeting assignment sales. So that's one thing I wanted to throw out to you guys later on, as to whether you believe that houses should be traded and profited upon like commodities, right? So that's an interesting question. So getting to something more substantial that's going to affect your clients, especially those clients who are investors who buy a lot of pre-construction properties. I know I have a lot of clients who, they'll be like, "Hey, we just bought 5 or 6 units in this building. Can you review these agreements?" And in my mind, I'm like, "Wow, that's a lot." So those type of people are the people that you want to keep in mind, because that's who's going to be affected by that. So this is already kicked in. So if you're wanting to submit some assignments today and try to get it out of the way, it's too late. This is already kicked in. So all assignment sales or of newly constructed homes will be taxable for HST purposes now, effective May 7th. So what does that mean? So HST applies to the price from the builder to the first buyer and an additional. Yeah. So what this basically means for your client is that your assignor client. So the original buyer who bought from the builder, who now wants to turn around and flip that to someone else, to a second buyer, that original buyer, the assignor, the investor client, will be paying at least an additional 13% tax on that profit that they're trying to earn. Okay. So again, save any questions you have till the end. This should make sense at the end. So just so you know, HST applies to the price from the builder to the first buyer, and an additional 13% tax will be imposed on the entire price paid by the second buyer to the original buyer. So let me know if that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So again, just breaking it down a bit further, the tax will be paid by the original buyer from the builder who flipped the agreement to an end user. So in order for your assignor client, in order for your investor client to even break even, the home or condo has to increase in value by the 13% HST, the real estate commission, and any charges by the builder for the assignment. And as you guys know, sometimes these charges for the assignments can be very, very expensive. So if you factor in all those things, in order for your client to benefit positively at all financially, you're looking at that first 18% that would be affected. So it's substantial, obviously. And then so this is what we wanted to discuss. Will this kill the market for assignment sales? I have opinions both ways. And so so this will be the opportunity for us to discuss. So Justin, should I end the and this is just my contact information again, if you need to contact me. So Justin has already shared that, and Myra, also my assistant, is here now. So if I'm not here, she can help you guys out. So this is what we wanted to discuss, and everything else that I talked about. Whatever is a pertinent topic that you guys think that we can discuss. Anyone want to go ahead?
Is there any way to share this slide?
Wait, sorry, should I stop the share? I should stop sharing, right?
Yeah, just a question about the assignment.
Is there any way we can get this slide deck?
I think he's asking, is there any way to, if you can share these slides?
I think Justin will send that after. Just a question about the assignment and appeal. Like you mentioned, the assigner, the buyer would be paying the 13% again on the entire amount. I was reading some of the place that that the buyer will be paying on the balance of the amount. Is that clear? Is that for sure that it'll be on the full amount?
So you're right. This is a question that I've been getting a lot, and there was some confusion around there. So the original buyer, right, the one who originally bought, and they're called the assignor, they are going to be that transaction, that assignment transaction, the tax is applicable on the profit that's being made, not on the entire amount.
Okay,
Yeah. The initial 13% tax is already built into the purchase price when you're buying originally from the builder. That's why when you see the statement of adjustments, everybody's confused, saying, "Oh, why am I paying this? I thought I was going to pay this." But the HST is actually built into the purchase price that you see as an end user. So once there is an assignment that takes place, then that gets adjusted. But yes, you're only taxed on this new rule on the profit. The profit.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And sorry, and the new buyer who the end user who buys the property.
Hello. I think somebody was asking a question, but they got cut off.
Sorry. So I was asking the end user who's purchasing the assignment, if he sells the property within a year, he will be subject to the HST again, right?
Good. Great question. Yes, exactly. So if that person then turns around and sells within 12 months, then they're also going to be taxed at a very high tax rate, basically as business income. Now, there are exceptions for that, like in case of death or a job change, or there's a couple of other things that if you have to sell within 12 months, if you fall under those exceptions, then you will not be penalized.
Your CRA believes you.
Yeah, exactly. You better have good proof for whatever it is you're trying to claim with that. Yes.
So if somebody did not sell it, rather than they rented it out after pre-construction property, they're not exposed to tax then, right?
No. So they're targeting flippers. So flippers means when you sell it, but they're not targeting the investors who are buying to rent out the condos. Yes, that's okay. Yeah, just from my perspective, there are obviously a lot of clients who just will not be interested in going down that lane and having to suffer those losses. Whereas for other people, it'll just be another added cost of doing business, right? So instead of assigning for $1 million, you assign for 1.13 million, and just factor in the tax. So I'm interested to hear your guys' perspective on that, and on the other measures like the blind bidding stuff and mandatory home inspection. Do you think this has any effect on cooling the market down, or trying to make housing more affordable?
So I have a question regarding blind bidding, as you were asking. So, to my understanding, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, that it will be on the seller if he is okay for blind bidding. If seller does not agrees for blind bidding, like it's on seller's discretion. Is that correct?
I would imagine so. Again, so these are still proposed changes, right? So they still need to table legislation, and they need to get it passed. Now, obviously, with the change in the Liberals and NDP coming together, it would be easier for them to pass these changes, and I think that's why they announced it during this time. But the exact details have not been worked out. But you're right. Legally speaking, I cannot force you as a seller to do anything. So it's going to be, if you want to get into the market, then you're going to have to do those things. Or if you're going to, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to look like, but yeah, you can't be forced to really do anything as a seller. Yeah. But yeah, so again, on the supply issue, a lot of people are arguing that there's a lot of projects that have been started, and the problem is that they're not being completed. There's a lot of issues in construction and construction workers and labor shortage, and a lot of things to do with the material shortage as well. So that's why it is very much psychological and very much a political ploy, because a lot of these projects have already been started, and they just need to finish so people can actually close and move into these houses, right? Into these condos. So it's definitely all psychological, this whole market thing. And I think what you tell your clients is what they're going to believe, especially coming from us, as real estate professionals. So it's a lot about the narrative and the story that you're telling, and that's what I found in my 6-7 years of doing this. That the people, like, if the prices go down, the only people who are going to benefit are people who are going to buy during that time. It doesn't make sense that, oh, prices are going down, don't buy. And that never made sense to me. So I think there's an opportunity in every type of market, for everybody to flourish. You know what I mean? So just have to see what kind of market you're in, and as Asghar said, this is a market where you have to use your skills and to shine and to differentiate yourself from all the other people who are just doing this part time. You know what I mean? So,
Nabil, I have a question.
Sure.
With respect to the flippers, so the government is going to tax. I understand that part. My question is, it is always effective on the closing date, right? Not the date. So correct me if I'm wrong, what I understand from you is if someone flips a house before 1 year from the date of purchase, then it is subject to this tax. So if we make the agreement of purchase and sale, say on the 9th month, and put the closing date on the 13th month, then they are safe.
I think I'm following you. So, in other words, you close on the property, and then the subsequent agreement of purchase and sale is more than a year. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So technically, yes. If you've held that property, if you've been an owner of that property for 12 months, then you're not subject to this tax. So yes, that theoretically is one way to get around that. But then if you have a closing that's very far out, then that raises other problems and issues as well. Then so just all those things have to be kind of kept in mind. Like lenders and mortgage professionals usually there'll be red flags when I think the closing is more than 6 months out or something like that. So there's definitely going to be ways to get around it. I guess that'll be my job to find out how to get around these things. But yeah, there's still a lot that needs to come down the pipeline, and for us to see what are the actual changes they're going to do. This is all proposed political posturing at this point. You know what I mean? So it's for the young people. The young people cannot afford houses at all right now, or maybe never. So they're just trying to conjure up that voting part of the population that needs a house and really wants to get into the market. And there are a lot of people like that. So that's what it comes down to.
Well, if nobody have any more questions with Nabil, thank you very much. And as you guys know, Nabil have 2 offices. Actually, I want to extend it to 3 offices. Nabil has office on 14th Avenue in Markham, and his other office is 1051 Tapscott, which is our office. And he also, if you work from downtown office, he can meet your client in downtown office. So there are 3 places to meet him. And if you have ever any question, anything, feel free to call him directly. We will soon have a screen in the office also. So when he's not in the office and you have a questions, you can talk to him face to face on Zoom. So he's available all the time. And even if you have status certificate for your client to review very quickly, so I used him in past and very efficient and very quick. So just wanted to introduce him on that level also, if you need his services. So
absolutely, thank you so much, Asghar. Really appreciate that. And I want to plug another event end of May, where we're going to be having another kind of, as I mentioned before, a very basic kind of training session for how to complete an agreement of purchase and sale, and the different issues and pitfalls that you can avoid your client falling into a lot of problems that I've seen personally, where realtors missed something or didn't put something and it had devastating consequences. So it'll be an introductory seminar for agents who are not maybe seasoned 5-10 years, and then later on we'll have something that'll be a bit more advanced for the advanced agents as well.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Dustin, back to you.
Before we wrap up this morning, we do want to recognize our top agents for the month of April. As you know, we do recognize our top 5 listing and top 5 co-op agents for every month. So we are going to start off with listing agents, and the number 1 listing agent, and this is based on total commission earned for the month. Top listing agent for the month of April is Asan Ali, first time winner. So let's congratulate him.
Hey. Big congratulations.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't know who he is, he's actually got an office in our office. He's got the blue office with the white furniture. So next time you see him, you can congratulate him. Okay, so the number 2 listing agent for the month of April is Alex Nolis.
Yay.
Somebody's really excited. Number 3 for April on the listing side is Wazir Dahar.
Yay.
Thank you, Soel. You're the only one actually saying yay. And number 4 for the month of April on the listing side is Kenneth Law, first time winner.
Yay. Big yay for Kenneth.
Yeah, Ken, I saw him online. I don't know if he's here still.
I'm here.
Congratulations, bud.
Thanks.
Well done, Kenneth. Well done, everybody.
And rounding out the listing side for the month of April is Denzel Fernandez.
Yay, Denzi.
Oh, my claps ran out. Supposed to be 14 minutes of claps. Okay, so like I said, we also recognize our top 5 co-op agents for each month. Again, this is on total commission earned. You're gonna see a little bit of a trend here because it looks like quite a few of our listing guys did double end and sell as well as buy. So number 1 co-op agent for the month of April is George Cazares. Number 2 for the month of April is Wazir Dahar.
Good work, Wazir.
Number 3 for the month of April is, again, Kenneth Law. Way to go, man.
Congrats, Ken.
Thank you. We should dig up that picture. No, just
I don't know. Somebody by the name of Kenneth sent it to us. And number 4 is Denzel Fernandez.
Yay, Denzi.
And rounding out the month for co-op side is Alex Nolis. So congratulations to all our winners this month. Those who didn't make the list, I know you guys are working hard, and we'll see your names next month. So you should all give yourself a round of applause for working very hard this spring. Asger, is there anything you want to say before we depart today?
I like to thank you everybody for joining us, and don't forget, you need the skills, you need the knowledge, and you need the training a lot more now than before. So come and join the trainings, get where you need to be very, very successful in this period. And we are doing COVID host celebration. So come and join us. The date will be announced soon. It will be very soon. I think it will be next month, in a beautiful place. And if you want to golf, let us know. We can go all golfing in the same place. It's a beautiful course, nice course. And thank you and have a good day.